Hello friends, this is class 6th. The subject is English. Today we are going to do a lesson from A Pact with the Sun. And the name of the lesson is Tansen. This is lesson 5, Tansen. Today we are going to do lecture number 1. Points to be covered in today's class. First of all, introduction to the lesson. Then explanation of the lesson line by line will be given. Then discussion of previous homework, and at last homework will be assigned. Introduction. This lesson is the story of famous Indian musician Tansen. It talks about the importance of complete information and the wisdom of finding solutions. How Tansen, with his deep knowledge of music and wisdom to apply that knowledge, was able to save himself. So this lesson is all about all these things. Now we shall begin with the lesson Tansen. Tansen was the only child of his parents. Naughty but talented, he imitated the calls of birds and animals perfectly. Talented means skilled. He was the only child of his parents means his parents had only one child and that was Tansen. He was naughty but skilled child and he could even imitate the calls of birds and animals. Means he could take out the sounds of birds and animals perfectly. Once he tried to frighten a group of travelers by roaring like a tiger. He even once he even tried to frighten means scare. He tried to scare a group of travelers by roaring like a tiger. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country had produced. Means our country had a greatest musician, that was Tansen. You might have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. What does that mean? Tansen was Mukundan Mishra's son who lived at Behat near Gwalior with his wife. Tansen was their only child. Means Tansen was a naughty child. He was the only child of his parents. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. He used to go to the forest to play. There he learnt the art of copying the sound of birds and animals. A famous singer named Swami Hari Das was once travelling through the forest with his disciples. Disciples means students, pupils. One day, a renowned singer, Swami Hari Das, was crossing the forest with his disciples or with his students. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Grove is a group of trees planted together. When they felt tired, they thought and they decided to settle down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. Means Tansen was looking at them. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. He thought that it would be fun to make strangers scared. So he was very happy to see strangers in the forest, and he said to himself, it will be fun to frighten them. And thereafter he decided to scare those strangers. He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. What did he do? He He hid behind the tree and made a sound like a tiger's roar. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one. What did Swami Haridas say? Out of fear, all the travelers ran here and there, but Swami Haridas asked them to come and sit together, as there was nothing to be scared of. Tigers were not always dangerous. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. Means, all of a sudden, one of the travelers saw a small boy behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said. The one who saw that small boy behind a tree. Only this naughty boy. He told Swami that there was no tiger, but it was a naughty little boy who was making such sounds. Swami Haridas did not punish him. Means he did not say anything to him. He went to Tansen's father and said, "Your son is very naughty." Rather, he went to his father and told him that his son was very naughty but was very skilled. He is also very talented. Means Tansen was also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He suggested to him, means he suggested to Tansen's father, Swami Haridas suggested to Tansen's father that he could make him a good singer. Tansen was 10 years of age when he went with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music, and became a great singer. Swami Haridas became Tansen's music teacher. Tansen learnt music from him for 11 years and became a great singer of his times. At about this time, his parents died. Means during this time, his parents died. Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghosh of Gwalior. His father's last wish was that Tansen must visit Muhammad Ghosh of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghosh was a holy man. Means he was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. Means he even lived with him, with a holy man Muhammad Ghosh. Who lived with Muhammad Ghosh? Mukundan Mishra, who was Tansen's father. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghosh, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignani, who was a great musician herself. There he was frequently taken to the court of Rani Mrignani. She was also a great musician. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Who married? Tansen. Tansen married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Husaini. Means Tansen's wife was Husaini. Husaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. Means she was one of Swami Haridas' student. Tansen and Husaini had 5 children who were all very musical. Means Tansen and his wife had 5 children and they all were also musical. Tansen had by this time become very famous. Means he became very famous by this time. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. Impressed means to cause someone admire deeply, and insist means to say something firmly and forcefully. So, Akbar was very impressed by his music, so he asked Tansen to join his court. Now, this is the time to assign you homework. Why did Swami Haridas say Tansen was talented? Why did Akbar ask Tansen to join his court? You need to do these questions in rough notebook. Now question number 3. How do we know that Akbar was fond of Tansen? Give 2 reasons. What did the other courtiers feel about Tansen? Previous homework discussion. Rewrite the following sentences in active voice. This is exercise 3 of lesson 11 of active passive voice. America was discovered by Christopher Columbus. Its answer: Christopher Columbus discovered America. He was treated ungratefully by his sailors. His sailors treated him ungratefully. The work must be done by you and your brothers. You and your brothers must do the work. The match was won by the high school. The high school won the match. We will be blamed by everyone. Everyone will blame us. The first railway was built by George Stephenson. George Stephenson built the first railway. He was swindled by his own brother. His own brother swindled him. The Prime Minister was welcomed by the people. The people welcomed the Prime Minister. 9th, the child was knocked down by a car. Its answer: a car knocked down the child. 10th, by whom was this jug broken? Answer: who broke this jug? This is exercise 4. Rewrite the following sentences by changing the voice. The peon opened the gate. The gate was opened by the peon. The boy was bitten by a dog. A dog bit the boy. The sudden noise frightened the horse. The horse was frightened by the sudden noise. He will finish the work in a fortnight. The work will be finished by him in a fortnight. The bird was killed by a cruel boy. A cruel boy killed the bird. The dog chased the sheep. The sheep was chased by the dog. A stone struck me on the head. I was struck by a stone on the head. The trees were blown down by the wind. The wind blew down the trees. They found him guilty of murder. He was found guilty of murder by them. By whom was this done? Who did this? This is it for today's class. Thank you for listening to me patiently and carefully. Thank you so much.